Hello and welcome to Otterwood Cottage, where we're building our dream smallholding in the heart of the Lincolnshire countryside. I'm Emma and we're delighted to have you along with us. Well, I think it's going to be one of those days today. I have just sat and recorded a whole explanation of what I'm doing today with you and I hadn't actually pressed pause, so I've just been sat here talking to myself for the last 10 minutes, which is about how it goes. I also, when I stood up, realised I'd sat on some green tomatoes and have squidged them all over my new coat, so it's going well so far. It is also 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm only just getting to the main task of the day. It's been one of those days where I have been running errands and here, there and everywhere and have not actually managed to get anything done in terms of smallholding stuff. So I'm knuckling down now and sharing with you the plan for the afternoon for a second time. So this afternoon, because the weather is absolutely filthy, I have come into the polytunnel and the plan is to get the winter planting started in here. In fact, hopefully, probably more or less finished. So what is going in here are a combination of the seedlings that I showed you the other day on the video. So they are salads, some purple sprouting broccoli and some beetroot. So they're coming in here. And I'm also for the first time going to try planting some indoor garlic. So I have been sorting through our garlic. It's the only thing I managed to do yesterday. I had a very busy day yesterday. Hopefully this coat isn't too rustly for you. Let me just move my hair out of the way. I'll try not to move too much. We've got some fantastic huge cloves. So in sorting through the garlic, I think I've probably got through about 40% of it. I've been pulling out the largest ones to replant and putting the smaller ones to one side for eating. And the other thing I've put to one side to plant is some of them just formed rounds, quite small rounds. So I thought I'd pop those back in the ground and see if they do anything useful. And then just for interest, we also had a bit of a strange thing with some of our garlic this year, which I can't now remember if I showed you at the time or not. But quite a few of the garlic that we had in the ground out there threw out some bulbils. So we've got loads of these, absolutely tons of them. And they threw them out kind of halfway up the stalk. So the stalk halfway up split, and then 4 or 5 of these bulbils were sitting kind of poking out of the split stalk. You can apparently plant these and they will eventually, not next year, but possibly the year after, grow into delicious garlic. So free food, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to give them a go. So I've never planted garlic inside before, but I know lots of the people I watch on YouTube have great success with that. So I'm going to do one row of the garlic down the middle of this bed and hopefully that will give us an early harvest next year, and then the rest I'm going to plant outside in the normal way. And I'm banking on needing about 100 cloves. So the actual cloves of garlic I'm going to try and plant out about 100. I've got 48 in here so far, and I've got more garlic to sort through. I will put, how many will we fit in here? Probably about 30, I would say, down the middle. So I'm going to plant some of them in here and then the rest outside. And my calculation for 100 was worked out scientifically like this. We use roughly 1 bulb a week, so I need 52 to eat. And then the other 48 will give us enough seed garlic for next year, plus spares in case of emergencies and to give away. And if we have a particularly garlicky meal and use 2 bulbs 1 week. So not terribly scientific way of working it out, but I think that's probably going to do us for the year for feeding the 5 of us and any guests that we might have around. So 1 row of garlic down the middle. Either side of that I'm going to pop some of the salads, and then on the outer sides I'm going to pop the brassicas, the beetroot and the I think it's just purple sprouting I've got in the way of brassicas. And then I may do some, I'll see how much space that leaves me. I might do some direct sowing in here as well of some other things to get hopefully an early harvest during the Hungry Gap next year. So I'm going to harvest anything I see that's ready to eat as I go. We are still getting some ripening of tomatoes. Let me just grab one from here to show you. So I think there was, dropped it. I think there was benefit in leaving some on the vine to continue to ripen in here. The weather is obviously almost November, progressively getting shorter and shorter days and cloudier, so less sunshine. But the whatever's eating my plants, and thanks to Danny from the Grow Up channel and Ali from My Rusty Garden, who have suggested it's probably earwigs. I think you're probably right. Thankfully, keeping a close eye, they're not doing too much damage. So for now, I'm going to leave these plants in as long as I can and just plant around them. If I do see anything's particularly damaged or not doing well, then I'll just harvest, bring it in, cut my losses, and get this polytunnel winter ready. So I'm going to get on with that. I will show you how I'm getting on at the end. Oh, one thing more to show you just before I do pop you onto time lapse. Let me turn you around. Oh, I'm getting old. As I stood up, I put my knee on a bit of wood. It really hurt. Right, hang on. So in these attractive looking bottles, I have got my homemade fertiliser made from weeds, I think specifically from borage. So I've bought the watering can up, even though I've got the watering system in here. I'm going to water everything in with some fertiliser because I haven't got more compost to put in here this year. As you know, I will be collecting some manure from next door, and I can collect that probably tomorrow when the weather's a bit better. But I don't think I'm going to bring it in here because I have got that fertiliser and it hasn't been overplanted in here. So I think, and it had like tons of fresh compost when we first moved in. So I don't think I'm going to manure in here. I might change my mind. I'm going to see how much we get from next door, but I've got new beds to build, which are going to be the priority. So to take care of the fertility of the ground, I'm going to use that fertiliser as I water things in. I'll pop you on time lapse and I'll catch you at the end. See you in a mo. It really is going to be one of those days. So I've just had a message from my daughter who has finished early from work. Literally was just about to put you on time lapse and show you what's happening, but now I need to go and get her. That's about an hour and a half round trip, so it's probably going to be dark by the time I get back. So maybe there won't be any planting done today. Let's see if this video comes out to you on Wednesday evening or Thursday. Hey ho, I will see you at some point. So as you can see, it's pretty pitch black now. The camera's picking up a bit more light than there really is. I'm exceptionally fuzzy on camera, so I'll keep this bit brief. This is a really good example of how YouTube helps, because I'm a starter finisher and I started a video, and so I wanted to be able to finish it. So I haven't done everything I wanted to do in here, but I have got garlic planted down the middle and all of the salads in. So the middle row is done as it should be, and then tomorrow I will finish up by planting the beetroot and the brassicas on either side. So at least I got something done today. It was looking at one point like nothing at all would get done, but I can tick a little thing off the list.